What is hippity hopping, my guys? I am Thomas McChannel, and I felt like I had some good opinions on the Minecraft wood types, so I decided to rank them. I ranked the logs on how their texture looks, how they work with other blocks, and the texture of their logs. I figured that if a wood was up high in all these categories, it would deserve the title of the best wood in the game. So without further ado, I will start with the worst wood and work up to the best. I struggled with the last place spot for this list. All of the woods in Minecraft are blocks I have used at least 4 to 5 times. They're all good. That being said, there are 2 I have used the least, and I struggle to choose between them. I disliked one more than the other, but I had to be honest with myself. Who uses Crimson Wood? People only used this one when it was new. It doesn't match with anything. It would only fit if you were making a giant wine glass, and even then Cherry Logs beats it. It got last for 2 categories and second to last for the other one. I have never really used Crimson or its log for builds, and I don't think I will soon. It's also the worst out of the 2 nether woods. I use warped a lot more. I dislike Cherry greatly. It's unnecessary. It came out in an update with a better wood type already in it, and it only looks good for its tree, or being the lightest color in a gradient, or its leaves. This got last for its look, and 9th for texturing. The only good thing about it is the texture of its log, which looks great with nether brick, and just looks good in general. And even then it only got 5th for that. I have only built with this log as a challenge, and I still can't see why this had to be added. I didn't really think both of the nether woods would be in the bottom 3, but I realized I really don't build with them much. Warped is a nice blue color, but it doesn't really remind me of anything like later woods. It could be in a blue gradient, but it doesn't really work. It's much better with white blocks and like a wizard tower. I used to do that all the time, but not good for anything else. Overall, it's nice, but I just don't need it all the time. This wood is nice. It looks nice. It's just bland. This wood was slightly below or just average in all regards. It looks great as a gradient between birch and spruce, or as a boardwalk. There's just another wood that's better in every way. Also, there are tons of more interesting colors to build a house with. Perfectly bland. Bamboo is a weird one. It sort of just came out in 1.20 as one of the first things announced, and I didn't really use it then. I blame Cherry for that. It was always the more flashy 1.20 wood, which wasn't deserved. Nowadays, I use bamboo a ton. It looks good with sponges and concrete and terracotta, and is the only good yellow stair and slab. The log also looks nice and would be a good wall at an airport or something. The raft and mosaic are also nice. It's just hard to get, and it isn't really that versatile of a color. Despite having all the normal blocks for a wood, it just sort of feels small and out of the way, like it isn't incomplete. I wanted this one to be higher. I had dark oak 4th for looks, but it just doesn't go with anything, and I only use it for the trapdoor. I do use it more than everything below it, and I use it often for roofs. As said, the shelf, trapdoor, and door are great. I was going to say it doesn't go with anything, and then I tried it out with great terracotta. It looks nice, and because it goes with something, I moved it up a slot. This wood is still beautiful, though. Now we're getting into the woods I consider really good. Acacia. This wood was 2nd for texturing and 3rd for its log. I use acacia all the time whenever I need an orange build, and its trapdoors have been used forever. Its one weakness is that I really dislike the color in general, and I only use it for detailing or when I need a pop of color in a build. Other than that, most of the other colors are better. I put this 3rd to last for that. Now we're talking! Look, Modern buildings are all about texturing and color theory, so I mostly use woods that have bright colors, which is why I use acacia, even though I don't really like the color. Jungle is the opposite. It actually goes with stuff, not well, but it can be used. Better than warped, anyway. Because of its reddish tint, it works with granite, which therefore gives it access to tons of blocks. Whenever I look at jungle wood, I remember all of my tropical builds and houses and smile. This piece of marinara-soaked oak wood gives me nostalgia. It's so tropical. I built everything in this when I started playing, and its log got first. I only wished its color was a little bit bigger, instead of just being slightly better oak. Besides that, it's number one in my heart. 3 slots in a row were woods that were already in the game when I started playing. I don't know if you've noticed, but the new woods only work if they're both a bright color and a color that wood actually looks like. Yeah, I know that cherry has those factors, but whenever I look at cherry, something inside me fills with hatred. Pale oak is brilliant. You can use its color for so much. Gothic, rustic, random town in Pennsylvania. It fits in with all the other white blocks, which led it to get first in texturing. We didn't even need an additional white building block. We have 5. That's also why it isn't higher. I don't use this white block as much as the other white blocks. But that's just a tiny downside for a great wood. This high? Yes, this high. I don't understand. Why do people hate birch? It looks great with sandstone, great with oak, great as a French bistro, and I love a good French bistro. Oh, but what about the log? The log is great too! I use the birch log more than the spruce log and the stripped pale oak, that's for sure. It's great with trees and works with all the other white blocks, and it looks fine. Like, where does the hate even come from? This is a great block and a great wood. I get that many people see this as the best log, and seeing it at number 2 probably put them into, like, depression or something. And I did have it at number 1 originally, but I just couldn't do it. Despite being really strong, it just doesn't go with that many blocks, and its log is a worse version of dark oaks. That being said, I don't care. Spruce is the one block where no texturing is needed. All the other bright blocks need variety to look good, but you can just mix various spruce blocks together and it will still look amazing. The stripped log is great. The door and trapdoor are great. I can't say enough how pretty spruce is for a wall or floor. Get some campfires and lanterns on it, put cobblestone below it, and you have the easiest, beautiful starter house in the game. This wood needs nothing else to succeed. But there is one wood that is better. Remember how I said I used to love dark oak? I loved it because I love mixing brown and red colors in builds. I loved it because it looked really slick and professional and refined. I loved jungle for nostalgia and how good it is at tropical builds, and because it went with other blocks. Mangrove is everything I loved between dark oak and jungle combined. This beautiful, sleek, tropical, gorgeous color made me never want to touch crimson again. It was over. There is nothing wrong with this wood. I use it all the time to this day. It's great. It works with netherrack. It works with red terracotta. It somehow manages to work with crimson. Crimson! Its trapdoors can look like traffic lights. Its logs can look like roasting meat. The details are endless. And even though I didn't talk about leaves for any of the other woods, this was the best. Over azalea, cherry, pale oak, mangrove has the best leaves. Pair them with jungle logs and you have the best palm tree ever. This is the best wood, and nothing can change my mind. Unless they add a green wood, because there are no green stairs or slabs in the game. Okay, bye!